spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Tuggle. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mendoza fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. On the run, it's Beebe. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally tapped.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for a big play right off the bat. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Release to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. By the end of the day, one of these 2 teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He's got it. Grabs a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Moving out of the pocket. Going for 6. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bond. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Now they'll run it to the right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
They'll give it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. To the air. It's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's a return from midfield. Looking everywhere for room to run with really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Steps away to find some room. On the run, fires downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a up with that interception.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Makes the grab, it's Beebe. Bust through behind his pad. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They've got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Bring in the heat. He'll try to do it himself. The defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by the defender that time, locating the ball on the ground and hopping on it for a fumble recovery. And guys, the second straight game, this guy has had a fumble recovery. Had one their last time out. He's got.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Complete to the right. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Hoosiers are rolling down the field. Got room to work. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Caught behind the line. It's Harris. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll try it over the left side. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
To the air, it's Mendoza. It's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that short completion now sets up a big 3rd down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7-0, and this is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field. But you get the feeling a critical 3rd down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of trust in their quarterback to make the right decision and make the big play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
And the Hoosiers will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Hoosiers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll try to run it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll run play action. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's St. Clair. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the move, he fires. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Firing to the right, complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's the pressure. He'll throw it down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Smith. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
To throw, it's Mendoza. Pulls it in. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Gets it across the 20. And not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Right on target this time. Still on his feet. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Finds his big tight end. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the 1st down. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a hit. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Fires to the right. Right on the money. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They want to throw it. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
Extra point here would tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Going downfield for the big play. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Hoosiers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Graham. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Showing the arm straight down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the 2nd half when things are getting tight.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success, and they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Hoosiers in the hurry-up. To the ground with the back. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged out of the air. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown, Indiana! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Coming out with it, it's Graham. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. On third and short, the power run here. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. The chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. It's complete to the right. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. There he goes. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down to the 14. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to pass. Got him downfield. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Now on the move. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He got it. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Don't want to mess up fourth down. You can tell he wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver, gets the big fourth down conversion.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. He'll take it himself. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Bond. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This guy is very proud about his accuracy. That's why he's one of the better quarterbacks in all of college football. And that time, ball just got away from him a little bit. It's going to set up third down.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. And the third down pass is incomplete.
After that incompletion here, tied in the fourth quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock, or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
And the returner will be dragged down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. To the air on second down. Fires toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw it. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Quickly to the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation, because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. They've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. He wants to change this route. And the Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Calls his own number. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. On the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll bring it out. It's Bond. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Looking downfield on first down. Moving away from pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it rolls to the ground incomplete.
And you just got to know the situation in the game, right? So after that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Wide open downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
IndyCar tempo as they hit to the line for this third down play. Clock running. The play action fake. Working that left side. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And the Hoosiers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls incomplete.
He's got it on the run. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Looking for the goal line. And the D deny them on second and goal. And he's got it, a late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight, of hope.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen, some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it. Game is essentially over right now. You wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but I won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on?